Hello, everyone. Welcome to YGU, Yes Girl University, where we promote self. Look, you can't see it. It's just a self love, self care, and self healing, right? Yay! But, anyways, I am Annie. I am known as Coach A at Yes Girl University. And most of you know that, my journey, you've been following me, and I had my gym and I had to close my gym, and it's okay. And since then, I've been kind of in limbo about, how do I continue this thing without having my space? And I always have to remind myself that Yes Girl University is literally me. I don't need a building to operate Yes Girl University. And Yes Girl University, basically for me, it became a place for me within myself to heal, to love myself, and make it my purpose to do that, to learn, to spend time with me, to love on me, to date me, to heal me, and just really get to know me, putting myself first, saying yes to myself. I was so guilty of saying yes, 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 so many times to so many people and situations outside of my being and outside of even just what I was capable of. I would stretch myself in areas that I just, there was really nothing I could do. Um, but those who don't know. Um, so the other night I was up and I just had this idea and I went down this rabbit hole of something that I want to do. I'm always challenging myself to elevate my journey, um, to keep my journey going, and to bring others with me who want to come. It's definitely a personal choice. You have to be the one to decide if you want to do it, when you're going to do it. Are you going to, what are you going to do? You have to be the one to decide that and actually do it. Like, you have to be the one to do the work. No one can do it for you. Very personal, very, very personal decision, very personal journey. And I mean, I can share whatever I share with you, but at the end of the day, at the beginning of each day, it comes down to what am I doing for me, what it is that I want, what are my goals, what are my desires. And so years ago, I started this journey and I've lost a significant amount of weight, but it's so much more than just the bodily weight. I've shed a lot of spiritual weight, a lot of mental weight, just by learning myself. And in doing that and loving myself, I was able to learn boundaries. So being okay with saying no to whatever and always yes to me. So I'm telling y'all, the beauty, the peace, the respect, the value that I place on myself. Yeah, nobody, yeah, that's not going to go to anybody anymore. Nobody gets to just have access to that anymore either. Once you learn your value, you learn that access is not free, not never, and my peace is never negotiable. Look, we can, okay, anyways, moving forward. So, concerning Yes Girl University, the training part of it, I do have something that I am working on. I'm still working on details. But what I wanted to do before we got to that part is I am also certified in nutrition. I am not a, I can't prescribe, I can't counsel, but I can, be a guide for you in nutrition. If there's anything going on that you feel is, Marcy, you need to seek someone more on a higher professional level, such as a dietitian, a nutritionist. I'm certified in nutrition, as meaning I can give you like the basics of nutrition. And so I wanted to do that prior to what I am working on, which is pretty much physical. But if you are on a weight loss journey or you're just trying to get healthy, you're trying to get stronger, our diet, our nutrition is so important. It really plays the biggest role in what you're physically trying to do to your body. So today I'm going to start with metabolism. Other topics will be forms of energy, I plan on doing a video on how to read food labels, which is something I'm still kind of learning. So I don't want to do that until I really get it myself. Um, and then also accountability in nutrition and training, and that means logging, meal prepping, and just giving yourself a real vision of what you're actually doing versus what you think you're doing. And then also giving you a roadmap of, oh wow, a visualization, I should say, of, oh wow, 2 weeks ago I was lifting 5 pounds, now I'm up to 10, or look at how I've improved my nutrition. I was only doing so many grams of protein at breakfast. Now I'm up to this. Just it just helps to have something to look at and see your progress, because so many victories, especially in weight loss, there's so many more victories than just that scale. That scale only gives you one parameter of what weight loss and body recomposition actually is. So moving forward, again, this video is going to be about metabolism. So metabolism, the chemical process of converting food into energy. So if you see me looking over or down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. And look, I don't have my glasses on, and my notes are an absolute mess. So I may be like this for a minute, but it's okay. I made notes because I want to make sure that I'm giving it to you correctly. So, metabolism is the chemical process of converting food to energy. What y'all hear in the background is my mom's Dexcom. So it's just alerting me that her sugar is climbing a little bit. Um, so, the chemical process of converting food into energy. Energy in, energy out, basically calories in, calories out. Our calories and our energy come from the things that we eat, drink, things that we ingest and consume. And the body uses three forms of consumption to help regulate the body and use energy. And those three things are carbs, proteins, and fats. That is what make up the different types of energy that our body uses. So, how does the body burn energy? And that is called energy expenditure. So, in a 24-hour period, if I'm eating 2,000 calories a day, how is the body using um, that amount? Where is it going? Like, how is the body burning it? So, where is this 2,000 calories going? Okay, so there are four different ways. The first way is called RMR. That stands for your resting metabolic rate. So that means when the body is completely at rest, body functions, brain activity, breathing, your heart pumping and moving blood, your muscles, all of that, just body functions. So about 60 to 75% of that 2,000 calories is going simply to keep the body alive. Basically, to keep the body alive. And so, again, that's 60 to 75% resting metabolic rate when the body's at rest. The next thing is TEF. This will account for about 10% of that 200 calories that I consume within this 24-hour period. And so TEF stands for thermic effect of food. So when I drink something, when I eat something, the body now has to turn up the furnace a little bit to be able to break that down to process it. Basically, digestion. Um, that again is TEF, the thermic effect of food, and that accounts for about 10%. Now, the next process will be called TEA, so like T. That stands for the thermic effect of activity. So what that means is any planned movement you have, it could be sports, it could be going for a walk, it could be running, yoga, any type of physical activity that you plan. I don't mean like the normal stuff you getting down up and down, moving about the house type stuff. I mean planned activity. Again, exercise, lifting weights, running, yoga, sports, anything like that. So that accounts for 15 to 30% of that 2,000 calories that I consumed in a 24-hour period. So the rest of it we'll go to what is called NEAT, NEAT. So NEAT stands for non exercise activity thermogenesis. Basically, your daily body movements, getting up, going to the bathroom, cooking, combing your hair, putting on makeup, tying your shoes, going to work, typing, just your basic everyday movements. That again is your need. So that will account for the rest of that 2,000 calories that I consumed in a 24-hour period. Now, if you add all of these things together, your RMR, your TEF, your TEA, and your NEAT, all of what you do, your resting, your exercise, your daily movements, eating, drinking, you add all of those numbers together, whatever your body uses to complete all of these tasks and burn in energy to function, that is what we call your TDEE, and that stands for your total daily energy expenditure. So if I'm eating 2,000 calories, and I don't do much at all, I just eat or whatever, then maybe that 2,000 calories is just enough to just keep me where I am, keep me at my weight, whatever. I'm not doing anything else. So then that's all I would need to just basically maintain. So again, that is called your total energy, your total daily energy expenditure. So, but say I wanted to lose weight. So what would I have to do? I would have to determine, first of all, what my total daily energy expenditure is specific to me. And how I would do that is I would take my age, my gender, my height, my weight, and add in my activity level. And that will give me my TDEE and tell me what my body, the amount of calories my body use, just pretty much to just keep me where I am, just to keep me where I am, what it needs to function and to do all of those things. Now, also with that number is important because now we have our base. So say I want to gain weight. So what would I do? I would need to ingest more than my body needs. So now I'll have a surplus within that same 24 hours. And what can my body do with this? It's already done everything it needs to do. It's used all it needs to do. So what's going to happen is my body is going to store those excess calories, excess energy as fat. So over time, I will gain weight, which there are people who is their goal, their desire to gain weight. Now, of course, if your desire to lose weight, then now we need to get in a calorie deficit. That means consuming a little less than what the body needs to do its regular functions to, just maintain itself. So in a deficit, your body is going to tap into the calories that you're given, but it's not going to be enough. So now it has to tap into your stored energy, which is fat. That's, yeah. Yeah. So, in order to lose weight, we need to be in a calorie deficit. And that is really the most important thing if your goal is to lose weight. You can work out 8 days a week if there was 8 days in a week. But if you eat like trash, you're not going to reach your goals. You are absolutely not. And even along with calories, we want to make sure not just to be in a deficit, but give our bodies what it needs, the nutrients that it needs. That doesn't mean, okay, I can have, if my deficit, my calorie intake is 1,500 calories and it's all cookies and donuts. I mean, as long as you're in a deficit, I guess you could still lose weight, but then where are the nutrients coming? So we want to make sure that we're balancing out our macros, our proteins, our fats, our carbohydrates, that we're giving our body the right minerals, the right kind of fuel. So again, nutrition is very, very, very important to every body function we have. Our brain activity, our heart, our cardiovascular system, all of that, our joints, everything. So nutrition is important for life. It is important for life. And also to keep